There aren't many herbs that are good as the ones that cure pains and aches and help grow your hair. Rosemary is no doubt part of a selected few. However, there are still some differences between rosemary and rosemary water. While you can eat rosemary, it usually serves a different purpose when it's boiled. So in this video, we'll discuss about rosemary water for hair growth. But before starting the video, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. How does rosemary water benefit the hair? There are thousands of people who claim rosemary water allowed them to achieve longer, stronger, shinier strands, but is it true? Is this water the secret ingredient to better hair? Dr. Batra does confirm that this water is actually very beneficial for the hair. It's not just some TikTok gimmick. What makes it so potent for your tresses is the oil. Rosemary oil is a natural remedy with data to support its role in decreasing hair loss and in promoting hair and scalp health. Dr. Batra notes, not only can it boost hair growth, but it also keeps your scalp healthy. And as we always say, maybe a little too much, healthy hair starts with a healthy scalp. Can it boost hair growth? Let's dive a little deeper into how rosemary water helps hair growth, as that seems to be the most sought after benefit. Again, the water can make your hair longer, but how? It can boost hair growth by inhibiting hormonal changes that lead to hair loss, improving circulation to the follicles, acting as an antioxidant, and decreasing inflammation on the scalp, Dr. Batra shares. Unlike other natural hair growth remedies, there is evidence to support that rosemary water does improve hair growth. A study in mice found that rosemary leaf extract can decrease the conversion of testosterone to the form, which contributes to hair loss as well as block the hormone receptors in the follicle, Dr. Batra details. It's also thought to dilate blood vessels, increasing circulation on the scalp. Its antioxidants, anti-inflammatory, and antifungal effects are also thought to improve scalp health and strengthen hair. Safe to say, we're convinced. Which hair types benefit the most from using rosemary water? Though rosemary water does help with hair growth, there are some who'll notice more benefits from using it than others. Dr. Batra shares that those dealing with hair thinning due to hormonal effects or advanced age may benefit the most from using rosemary oil. It may also help decrease inflammation caused by dandruff. Are there any hair types that should avoid using it? Before we said, Dr. Batra warns using rosemary water along with oral or topical medications for hair loss. There's no data on the safety of combining rosemary water or oil with other hair growth treatments such as minoxidil, she shares. If someone is already using an oral or applied medication for hair loss, they should not also use rosemary water without consulting a physician. She also notes, there is no safety data in pregnant or breastfeeding women or in children, so these groups should avoid its use. Additionally, those with sensitive skin should be cautious when using rosemary water on their strands. Anyone with allergies or sensitive skin should patch test rosemary water by applying it to their jawline nightly for 5 nights to test for irritation before applying it widely on the scalp, Dr. Batra suggests. What's the best way to use rosemary water? When it comes to getting the most out of rosemary water for your hair, Dr. Batra points out that consistency is key. You likely won't see results overnight, so don't get discouraged. It'll take quite a bit of time for the elixir to work its powers on your strands. In a clinical trial, it took 6 months of use to see a significant benefit, Dr. Batra shares. Her favorite way to reap the rewards of rosemary? She suggests applying rosemary oil solution to the scalp overnight and washing it out in the morning. It's as simple as that. How do you make a rosemary water hair rinse? The most well-known way to use rosemary water is in the form of a hair rinse. Dr. Batra was kind enough to share her go-to rosemary hair rinse, which is relatively easy to make. Here are the steps. Number 1. Boil 1 quart of distilled water. Number 2. Add a handful of dried rosemary leaves. Number 3. Allow it to steep for 5 hours. Number 4. Once cooled, the mixture can be diluted either in water to form a rinse or in a shampoo. In either case, create a 4:1 ratio. Number 5. Use the rosemary water hair rinse in your hair after you've shampooed your hair. Then rinse out. Number 6. For a rosemary oil scalp treatment, 1 drop of rosemary oil can be mixed with 6 drops of coconut oil, then massaged into the scalp and left on overnight. How does it take for rosemary to grow hair? The speed at which your hair regrows when enhanced by rosemary is majorly determined by how much hair you lost previously. Someone who has lost a ton of hair will see quicker results using rosemary water than someone not suffering from hair loss. That was all about rosemary water for hair growth.